Good morning. I'm Antoinette Antonio. We are coming on the air with breaking news right now. News Center 5 has just learned former Massachusetts Congressman Barney Frank has died at the age of 86. He served on Capitol Hill for more than 3 decades, and his career was marked by historic firsts as well as controversy. News Center 5's Charmin Sacchetti looks back at his life and his legacy.
Barney Frank was born in Bayonne, New Jersey on March 31st, 1940. He graduated from Harvard University and Harvard Law. A liberal Democrat, Frank was known for his combative style and sarcastic wit. It was on full display in 2011 when he announced he was retiring.
One of the advantages to me of not running for office is I don't even have to pretend to try to be nice to people I don't like.
Frank was elected as a state representative in 1972. He filed a bill to legalize prostitution in what was then known as Boston's combat zone. It sparked pushback.
He introduced a bill to permit legalized prostitution 4 times in 4 years.
In 1980, Frank ran for Congress and won. News Center 5 was there as he learned the ropes in Washington.
How do you put a piece of mail out and where you go to eat? Those things have obviously been very helpful, particularly the part about getting paid.
In 1987, Frank was the first congressman to voluntarily come out as gay. It happened after a sex scandal involving prostitute Stephen Goby. Frank had hired him as a personal aide. Frank admitted paying Goby once for sex, but said he had no idea Goby was using his Capitol Hill apartment for prostitution.
His suggestion that I knew what he was doing is just a lie.
The House reprimanded Frank for ethics violations, finding he had fixed dozens of parking tickets for Goby and had written a misleading memo to shorten Goby's probation for sex and drug convictions.
I will say this, I made a dumb mistake.
Congressman Frank championed gay rights. He believed his coming out helped others.
When I volunteered finally to come out in 1987, I do think it was helpful in that regard, and yes, I am proud of that.
Frank chaired the House Financial Services Committee during the 2008 financial crisis. He co-sponsored a Wall Street reform law called the Dodd-Frank Act. It would become his signature achievement.
I'm very proud of that bill. I believe that we have made it very, very unlikely that there will be the kind of financial crisis that we had. And we put in the strongest package of consumer protections at any one time ever in America, to be run by a wonderful woman, Elizabeth Warren. I'm proud to have helped her get that job.
Frank retired in 2013 after more than 30 years in the House. He blamed redistricting for leaving him with too many new voters to represent. In 2016, he said he enjoyed his time in Washington, but was worn out.
I enjoy being unstressed.
In 2012, the 72-year-old Frank married 42-year-old Jim Reddy in Newton. During his final chapter, he lived in Ogunquit, Maine with his husband and continued to write. Charmin Sacchetti, WCVB, News Center 5.
And moments ago, we heard from Barney Frank's sister, who tells us, quote, "He was a wonderful brother, and I was lucky to be his sister." Once again, former Congressman Barney Frank has passed away after entering hospice care less than a month ago. He was 86 years old. We learned he passed last night. We will have much more on his legacy and reaction to his passing coming up today at noon and throughout the day on our website and our WCVB app. Right now, we will return you to regular programming.